Hey guys, welcome back to another movie review. So last night I saw A24's newest horror movie titled Backrooms, and here's my spoiler-free review. Now before I get started with this review, if you guys don't know what this movie is about, it is about a man named Clark who was a furniture store owner, and he accidentally no-clips into the backrooms where it is an alternate reality with liminal spaces and endless mazes. And after Clark disappears into the backrooms, his therapist, Mary, goes into the backrooms to try and find him and get him out of there. The movie is also based on the short film series on YouTube, and Kane Parsons, the same director of the short film series, is the director of this movie. And at 20 years old, this makes him the youngest director to ever work with A24. When this movie was first announced, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I was pretty excited because while I'm somebody who doesn't know too much about the lore of the Backrooms, I did watch the short film on YouTube leading up to the release of the movie. I've been hearing a lot of mixed opinions about this movie, and it's mainly from the people who are hating on this movie, calling it boring, and calling it one of the worst horror movies of the year. And guys, now that I have seen this movie, I am here to tell you right now, I am not one of those people because I didn't think it was that bad. Is the movie perfect? No, far from it. But is the movie as bad as some people are saying? No, absolutely not. I had a really fun time with this movie, and for a 20-year-old YouTuber turned filmmaker, Kane Parsons did a really good job directing this movie. There are some things to process here, so let's break down the best and worst parts of the movie. The first positive for this movie is the production design. The production design of the backrooms in this movie was amazing, and I thought it was so beautifully crafted with such love and care. And I don't care what anyone says, this movie needs to win an Oscar for Best Production Design. It deserves it. Another positive for this movie is the found footage elements. The found footage elements in this movie absolutely rip, and it is easily the best part of the movie. I thought they perfectly set the tone of the movie, and it just creates such a creepy, eerie, and unsettling atmosphere, which I thought was great. And the final positive for this movie is the performances from our two main leads played by Chiwetel Ejiofor and Renate Reinsve. They give two of the best performances I've ever seen in a horror movie, and I thought these two had some really good chemistry. Now on to the negatives. The first negative for this movie is that I was enjoying it for the first two halves of it until I got to the third act. I wouldn't say the third act is bad, but it did start to lose me a little bit, and it led to me walking out of the theater confused and wanting more answers than questions. And my final negative for this movie is that I wish we could have gotten more entities. When people think of the backrooms, they think of the entities, which are these absolutely horrifying and disgusting creatures that just chase you aggressively. And while I did enjoy the entity this movie had, I just wish we could have gotten more. Overall, I had a really fun time watching this in the theaters. I thought this was a really solid horror movie, and I cannot wait to see what Kane Parsons does next because after watching this movie, he definitely has a future ahead of him. And the rating I would give for this is a solid 7.5 out of 10. But anyways, yeah, that's my review for the Backrooms movie, and thank you for watching. If you want to see more reviews like this, follow me for more. Peace out.